Hello, everybody, and welcome to, you guessed it, another video in the Rue Morgue Face of Halloween contest. Oh boy, very excited about this one. For those who do not know, I am participating in the Face of Halloween contest put on by Rue Morgue, and the general idea of what this is you go through a bunch of rounds where they make cuts every single round, and the winner, the person right at the top of that mountain, when all is said and done, wins $13,000 cash. Pretty good. Something that I would use immediately to go into pre-production and then production and then post-production on a short psychological horror film that I've been hoping to make for quite some time now. They also get featured in Rue Morgue's magazine, which is a legitimate bucket item list of mine. And finally, and definitely not least, the winner gets to meet Jamie Lee Curtis, Matthew Lillard, and Kane Hodder. Icons and legends in the horror space. And if you don't know who they are, I promise you, you do. Trust me. So in today's video, it's going to be a little bit of a call to action in a unique way. So this is going to be a little bit of pulling back the curtain, but I want to explain a tiny bit of this contest. So part of the contest is voting. The biggest part, actually. I don't know why I said it that way. You vote daily, free. You get one free vote every 24 hours. Anybody can vote. But there are also sections where you can pay a little bit more or pay anything to unlock more votes. And that money, those donations, go to help the Starlight Children's Foundation, which is always a good cause, helping out the kids. So your vote not only helps, the participants that you're supporting climb up the ranks of the contest, but it also helps kids, which is, again, no-brainer, win-win. Everybody wins in that scenario. One thing, and this is kind of a rule that they have, which I completely agree with, is that the contestants themselves cannot pay for more votes. I think that's a good thing because I think popularity is already hard to compete with, but if you left these contests up to whoever had the most money, I don't think that would be fair. And thankfully, Rue Morgue has thought about that and has made a clause that you cannot, as a contestant, pay for votes. But what I can do is I can help match certain payments or donations to help another charity along the way. So my 33rd birthday is coming up this Friday, September 19th. How we got to 33, I do not know. I understand time. It moves forward. It will not stop. So I get that aspect. But how we went from being a filmmaker at the age of 19, moving to Halifax, to now being 33, that one keeps me up at night a little bit. I'm not going to lie. But regardless, here we are. So here's what I'd like to do, and here's where the call to action comes into play. And if this is something that you could do, please consider this. And I want to specify before I say this, I hate asking stuff like this. I despise it. I never like promoting my own stuff, but when I have to ask somebody to give something that they have worked very hard to get, money, time, anything like that, I have a hard time doing that. But I want to try and sweeten the pot and make it worth your while. So here's what I'd like to do if you guys would be up for this. You can, as I mentioned, through the Face of Halloween contest, which the link will be, if this is on YouTube or Facebook, the link will be in the actual post. If it's on Instagram, go to my bio, because God forbid these social media apps let me put a link anywhere. But you'll be able to find it very easily. If you go to that page, you can vote for me, like I said, once, free daily, or there'll be a couple of sections where it's like pay $10, pay $25, pay $100 for extra votes. What I'd like to do for my birthday, and quite frankly and quite bluntly, to try and get us in that top spot, which is the biggest hurdle that we're trying to get over right now, because we will be fighting a very hard fight very soon if we can't reach that top spot. Because quite frankly, if we reach it once, we'll at least know that it's possible. What I'd like to do is this. For the next little bit, and until we reach this number, or until I get booted, I'm going to match dollar for dollar every donation up to $333, because it's my 33rd birthday. And I'm going to match what you guys put in as donations to the Starlight Children's Foundation to vote a few more times past the one free daily vote. for this contest. Thankfully, the website Face of Halloween, like my dashboard that I see as a contestant, I can see who has voted with cash and or money, and how much they voted for. So you don't need to send me this information. I already have it. But what I'd like to do is, because I can't actually put in money myself, I'm going to match dollar for dollar up into $333 of my own money. And whatever we get to, until we reach that number or I get booted, I will donate personally, by hand, by check, however they take it, to the local SPCA here in Dartmouth and Halifax and this region. I am a huge proponent of animal safety. I have had many pets in my entire life. Sam was my first dog, the animal that really taught me compassion and everything about animals and made me love everything about this kind of weird side of the world where we have pets. We have cats and dogs that are just like, hey, I'm yours. That's cool. Let's hang out. I am a huge lover of animals, and thankfully over my career on a few projects, I've gotten to work with the SPCA on a few things, and it's just been kind of the honor of a lifetime to put a spotlight on what they do. I think it's very important to protect our pets and to protect the animals that are unfortunately in situations where they don't have a home, come from abuse, or anything like that. So what I'd like to do, and this is kind of the brief version of this, for the next little while, until we either reach 333 or I get booted from the contest, I will match dollar for dollar whatever you guys donate to unlock more votes in this Face of Halloween contest. And hopefully through that, a few things will happen. One, we can raise a little money for the pets and raise a little money for the children, two very good causes. And three, and this is more like the least important part of this, maybe we can jump up into that first position and then play defense instead of offense. We have been in second place since pretty much, I think, week one. I think a few days in, we reached second place, and then we stayed there, and we are still there, as I checked before I started this recording this video. So we're in a good position to move on to the next rounds. However, it's cutting quite close now. I think the next round, it's going to be the top 5 that make it, and then I think it's the top 3, if that, and then it might move on to the top 1, meaning if we're not first, we're last. Ricky Bobby. So please consider donating through the Face of Halloween contest to help us get to that point, raise a little bit more money for the children, always good, and hopefully put us in that first position, which would be absolutely killer. And then as you know, my role in this, I guess, I will match, as I said, dollar for dollar up to $333 for the local SPCA here in Halifax, Dartmouth, to help those pets in need, because it's very important to me. It's a very important cause to me. So that'll be it for this video. A little less long than the last one. I'm learning how to condense stuff, even though I've repeated the same thing over and over again. Did I tell you $333 yet? Have I mentioned that? I don't know if I have. $333, just in case. Help me have a wonderful birthday through your generosity. And just to end this off, I do want to say thank you, everybody, for supporting this contest. And also thank you, everybody, for supporting Periodalia, which is the web series that I've been posting for the past 3 weeks now. Going through your life with a fine-tooth comb and editing that to present in a narrative that is like wink, wink, nudge, nudge, kind of nonfiction, but a little bit of fiction. It's been incredibly interesting. But this last episode was really special because we went into the Dukes of Hazzard side of my life, which was my first film, my first project as a filmmaker, which was the Jackass ripoff, Jackass inspiration, with some of the greatest friends I'll ever have. And it was really cool to not only have this kind of reconnect me with them in a lot of ways, but also just see the response. It's been incredible. So thank you, everybody, for supporting. I know I hate asking for any sort of like anything outside of free. It drives me nuts. I hate it so much. I'm super uncomfortable doing this, just so you know, if you may be able to tell, because I'm like wired. But I think it's important for us to maybe make this a reality. We're close. Like, we are in the realm of we could make this work. And if we can help some people along the way, including the Children's Foundation, the Starlight Children's Foundation, and the SPCA, then I think that's pretty badass, because there's nothing wrong with helping kids and pets. So let's do that for Dylan Garland's 33rd birthday on the journey to Rue Morgue's Face of Halloween contest. Woot. I love it. I'm going to leave it there, but I will see you in the next video. And keep an eye out for the next episode of Perry Adalia for more Dukes of Haggard action, because we tried to make 2 sequels. And it went really well, including a phenomenal idea called corn bowling. Find out more about that on the next episode. But until then, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. There'll be more videos coming out, including some discussions about my history of ghosts, including examples, so you get to see actually what I'm talking about, as well as a story about how I may have had a paranormal experience at the latest Conjuring movie, because why not? Being haunted by the Warrens, kind of rad. But until those videos, thank you guys, everybody, and we will see you next time as we go down this crazy, crazy road that is Rue Morgue's Face of Halloween. I don't know why I said it that way. I don't know why I added a full-ass syllable in Halloween. Anyways, see you next time, everybody.